Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Substance. And this movie came out in 2024, and it stars Demi Moore, an actress who I haven't seen in anything since G.I. Jane. And I like her in that movie. And I was introduced to this movie just from the trailer. And I saw the first trailer, and I was sold. I was like, I have to see this movie. I was so excited to watch it, and it took me forever to watch this movie because of like scheduling conflicts, and also I was just waiting to be able to watch it without having to buy it digitally. And so I was like, okay, I just want to wait for that to happen. And then I finally got to watch it. And I got to say, the wait was worth it. I was so happy to have finally watched this movie. I loved so many things about it, really. The opening scene worked really well for me, and it pretty much just it gets you into what kind of movie you're in for without really saying a whole lot. Like when it comes to dialogue, it just shows you everything that you need to see, and there's so much to pick up on. And sure, there are things that are kind of on the nose, but I feel as though that's kind of what it's going for. And also having some deeper meaning when it comes to other things that I really love. And there's a lot to read into about the movie. There's a lot to take away from the movie. And honestly, this is one of those films where the more I think about it, the more I like it. And the performances were really great. Demi Moore, I thought she did a really great job in this film. Dennis Quaid, he was really funny in the movie. And also, this movie went in directions that, sure, you can probably guess where it's going, but whenever it gets to those points, never once did I feel disappointed when we got to it because of how things were being presented, and also with everything that it's going for. And also the music I thought was really great in this film. The movie also looks great. Every shot is beautiful to look at, and everything feels very intentional in a way that benefits the film. There were also some really great practical effects in this movie that I really appreciated, and overall this film just felt like a nightmare. And kind of like something along the lines of Inland Empire, or there were points where it did remind me of Black Swan at points. Not saying that it's a ripoff of Black Swan. There were just a couple of parts that kind of reminded me of Black Swan, but the overall experience between this movie and Black Swan are completely different, if you ask me. And there's lots of things that the movie is commenting on and trying to and show off. Like those things in the movie I thought worked pretty well. And some of my favorite scenes, or at least the ones that are sticking with me, are sometimes the most simple. Like there's a scene where our main character is getting ready for a date, and she's taking forever to get ready because she's just trying to make herself look beautiful. I just like that because without saying a whole lot when it comes to the dialogue, it says a lot. And there are parts of the movie that felt genuinely disturbing at points, especially as the movie goes along, as you probably would expect. It just gets more and more disturbing, but it doesn't feel like gross out, like just shock value. It actually serves a purpose, is how I felt about it. And the ending for this movie, I thought was very satisfying. Like, it was the perfect ending for me. I really loved it. And also one other thing to mention, nothing to do with the movie, but I just found it to be kind of funny, is that currently this movie is nominated for some Golden Globes, and not that I really care about the Golden Globes, but I decided to take a look just because Amazon was advertising that. I was like, okay, what's it showing off? And I kid you not, this movie is nominated for Best Picture, and how the Golden Globes works is like it's under a certain genre, and this movie was nominated for Best Picture for musical or comedy. And you watch the movie, and it's neither of those things, really. There's things that are kind of funny about it, mostly with Dennis Quaid's character. He's pretty funny in the movie, but overall, it's not really a comedy or a musical. And the only issues that I had with this movie are just little tiny things that just could have been improved on or didn't need to be there. There were points where information was like kind of repeated, but I will say that the way things were presented in this movie was probably to add to the fact that this movie is like a nightmare, and to just everything you don't want in your life just going on in your head. Like, that's what it's about. And for that reason, I can kind of forgive it. And without spoiling anything, you can very much interpret this movie as like an addiction to drug use. Like, there's multiple different things you can interpret from this movie, but that was one of the biggest things that I got from this film. And that's about all I have to say about The Substance. I thought it was awesome, and I would definitely watch it again. Instantly in a heartbeat, would definitely buy the 4K Blu-ray once that comes out. So check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And before I give out my rating, I just want to say one thing. I thought that this movie was distributed by A24, but then I did some research and then it turns out it wasn't A24. I will say this much. It's very much for that crowd of people. Like, if you like A24 films, then this movie is going to be up your alley. So if you like A24 films, check it out. If everything that I've said to you sold you on this film, then check it out. And with all that being said, I'm going to give The Substance a 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of The Substance, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for 8 Crazy Nights, starring Adam Sandler. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.